What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Man, it's been a good little minute since I made an episode. I've been so busy with a lot of background stuff that I kind of had to put some stuff to the side. But we back. We back and we better. I done cleared some stuff up in my life and my schedule, and we good to go. We rocking. You rocking solid. First thing first, I always like to thank God most importantly for blessing me with this platform to be able to spread His word and knowledge to different people, and I appreciate the love and support that I get from y'all. I'm thankful for the position that I'm in. I think the episode before New Year, I was like, this year I'm gonna start doing a lot of new things, and we're gonna make this brand bigger and better. And first thing off, I want to say, hey, I'm selling merch now. We done came up. I'll just decide, yeah, we selling merch now. I'm gonna put that link down in the description somewhere after the video. Also, I'm on Patreon now. Still on Apple Podcasts, where some of y'all might be hearing this from. It's a lot of new things that I'm doing with the brand. All thing I do is just thank God, because if it wasn't for Him, none of this would be possible. Thank y'all for the support, because again, it still wouldn't be possible. So, hey, 2025, we turned this year, man. We going after everything. We going after it all. And well, let me see. It's 3 days after Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to the people who might be listening to this. Of course, I ain't have no Valentine. We still in that. We. What kind of vibe am I on, man? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling in life, man. Valentine's Day was good. I went to the store after Valentine's Day, got me some candy. Half off. Man, I got me a bag of turtles with like 20 things of candy in there for $3 because it was half off. Man, that after Valentine's Day candy hit good for some reason. I don't know why it hit so good, but also, if you didn't know, I have a sports podcast, Courtside with Christ. We building that up. Episodes gonna be dropping. Matter of fact, I want to go ahead and announce this now. I will be doing weekly episodes. Weekly. I know. It's been a month since I last came out with an episode, but I'm committed to doing episodes weekly. On both podcasts. Whether it's gonna be on here, on Apple Podcasts, or on Patreon, where I'm gonna do live, sit down. I'm gonna start live streaming. Y'all, tap in and share, like, and comment like always. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated with that. So, all right. So it's February 2025. The year might have changed. The month might be different. The day might be different, but God is always the same. God's the same God He was before, same God He is now. No doubt about it, right? Cool. So in this month of February, I'm gonna say I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media about love. Yeah, a lot of people not being in love or feeling like they should be in love, but they aren't. And I have a question. Would you rather be in love with the wrong person or wait on God to send you the right person? Yeah, it's deep, don't it? I had to think about it too because I honestly I've I don't think I've ever been in love before. Honestly, I don't think I have. I've been in relationships with people before, but I don't think I actually loved it. I don't think I know what true love is because in a relationship, it wasn't love. It was mostly lust, and I don't know. It just wasn't love. I don't know what to call it, but it's all about waiting on, I guess, the right person for. Oh, I just messed that all up. Scratch that. It's all about waiting on God to see the right person. All right. Because you don't want to love the wrong person. I've loved the wrong person, people. I did it, and you don't want that because yeah, because being in love and loving somebody is different. It's a different feeling. Like I'm in love with God, but I have love for other people here on earth. If that makes sense, right? And you're never supposed to love nobody more than God. Even when you meet somebody and get married in a relationship, Nobody goes before God in loving them. But the love hits different because, God cares about you. He's always there with you. And he never lies. He's a man of his word. So when it comes to, loving other people, it's hard nowadays to try to find, somebody that you can really trust, and social media don't make it no easier. So it's hard, and I definitely understand. So I got some questions here, and I'm gonna answer them for you. Y'all ready? We're gonna call this category Christian living. All right. First question: how do I handle peer pressure and temptation? How do I handle peer pressure and temptation? Number one, I only hang around people that have the same beliefs as me. So if I'm telling my small, very small circle of people around me, you know, I'm not getting drunk. I don't do drugs. I'm not having sex till I'm married. Then I need to, make sure they respect me because of that. If I can't hang around people that smoke and doing drugs and have sex before marriage, because they're gonna be like, bro, why don't you have sex? We're all doing it. You might as well do it. Knowing I just said that I'm not doing it. So how I handled it, I just keep it real, man. I've been put in positions to where, hey, you gotta run this 3-man. I'd be like, I can't do it. Can't do it. Um, I've lost friends. I, lost close people because of it. It's all good. It's life. I don't even lost some relationships with family members because I don't agree with some things that they do. But at the end of the day, I have self respect, and I'm not doing it. I have to be a man of my word. That's really how I handle peer pressure for real. I just do me. Like, I don't let nobody control me or try to punk me into doing something, because at the end of the day, God is watching me. And if I'm doing something outside of his will and I said I'm not gonna do it and I do it because other people want me to do it, then I'm pleasing man. I'm not pleasing God. And I'm here on earth trying to please God, not man. Y'all sticking with me? Bet. The other part of the question, how do I handle temptation? Man, let me tell you. How do I handle temptation? Well, number one, it's hard because I love women. I see beautiful women all the time. I meet beautiful women all the time, and it's hard to just be like, hey, women come up to me and be like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm so and so. What's your name? I'd be like, hey, I'm Keith. Nice to meet you. And I try to end the conversation right there. But sometimes women want deeper conversations, deeper meanings. And I'm not saying you have to, run away or, and be mean, but just be like, hey, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. I'm just looking to, you know, strengthen my relationship with God and do whatever He wants me to do in my life. And that's what you have to tell them. I'm known for telling women that, especially recently. I've definitely been turning some women down. It's just not for me at this moment. I'm just more so focused on my relationship with God and strengthening my life, what I have going on, building a foundation for when I meet the right person. Because to be honest with you, I don't think I've met the right person. I don't I don't know if when God is going to send them, but whenever they send them, I want to be in the right position. I don't want to be stuck in my old ways, talking to 3, 4, 5 different women and entertaining things I shouldn't be entertaining. And what goes along with that temptation is sex. And like I said before, like some of y'all know, I'm not having sex till I'm married. Have I always been this way? No, but I am a changed man. Um, so when it comes to temptation, you have to set boundaries. Like I met a woman. I thought she was cool. I was like, hey, we can be friends. And then she was like, well, maybe we should be more than friends. I was like, you know what? I'm not against it, but let me get to know you. And the first thing I say, hey, I'm not having sex till marriage. She told me, word for word, I understand and I can do it. And then the next day continues to ask me when we can meet up to have sex. I'm like, wait, I just told you the other day that I'm not having sex, and you say you can do it. Now you're asking me to have sex. What's really going on? And that's where the temptation comes in, because at the end of the day, I'm a man, and she was a very very attractive woman, and I had to use my brain and think. I had to use the right head for the guys. Hint, hint. Use your brain, and I had to be responsible, and I had to say, listen, we can't be friends. We don't need to try this talking stage. We don't need to do none of that, right? Because no, just out of respect of myself, I can't do it because of the temptation. And I went on my way. And you just have to be upfront with, women. For us men, we have to be upfront with women. For women, be upfront with these men. And you just have to say, like, you have to put your foot down, say what you're going to do and what you're not going to do upfront. I'm not saying you have to be mean. Like, don't start cussing people out. Just be respectful. I respect people enough to where I can, talk to them in the same tone I'm talking to you now, and just be like, hey, I don't think it's gonna, work out because of this, this, and this. And a mature person will understand. And I'm not saying everybody's mature or level headed, but as long as you do your part, God's gonna take care of the rest. God will reward your obedience rather than you fall into temptation. Right? And I'm not saying that everybody, can't handle that. Some people do fall into temptation, but just make sure you ask for forgiveness. But from experience, it's best to just not fall into temptation, because once you start falling into temptation, it's going to be hard to get yourself back out. So once you're out of it, stay out. It's not good to go back. Whew, that was a lot. Let me tell you. Let me see. Is it wrong? Oh, wait. Next question. And for whoever asked that question, bro, that was a good question. I like that. So next question. This question sent to me: is it wrong to have non-Christian friends? My answer: no. So I have some non-Christian friends. Well, I wouldn't say non-Christian friends. They're just not as close, or they're not. I feel like it's different levels. So I wouldn't say they know God. They just aren't close to God, right? So I have a few non-Christian friends. I don't think it's wrong to have non-Christian friends. Just make sure when you hang out with them that they understand where you are with your your morals and respect with yourself and your decisions. Like, you won't be able to do everything with them. You're not gonna be able to hang with everybody. Front, you just have to be like, hey man, like, let's go out to brunch, eat, chill, watch the football game. That really can be it. Like, sometimes God puts you in people's lives to bring them closer, to help you bring them closer to God. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, as long as you set your boundary and you make sure you tell them, like, what you're going for, and what you do and what you don't do. Like, for an example, let's say one of my Christian friends, let's say having sex before marriage, right? Be like, oh, I'm not a part of it. If they're doing it, just be like, I would mention it, like, hey man, I know you probably don't read the Bible or know much about God, but the Bible do have a lot of ways that, a lot of things in the Bible that can help you. Like, having sex before marriage, you really, you opening yourself up to different spirits and demons, and just try to explain it in, like, baby Christian terms, if that makes sense. Like, I just feel like as long as they don't disrespect you or God, and they, at least hear you out and try to change, then it's okay. But me, you're not gonna catch me on the block hanging out with somebody. You're not gonna see it. I'm not in these streets. I'm not on the block. Listen, I be in bed before 9:30 sometimes. Don't text me with the foolishness. But no. But I think you can have non-Christian friends. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. Like I said, just have firm boundaries and beliefs. That was a good question. I don't think I ever been asked that question in life. Let's see. I have a lot of questions. Let's see. How do I live out my faith in a secular world? Ooh, That's a good one. I don't even know if I have the answer to that, but I'm gonna try to answer the best I can. How do I live out my faith in a secular world? Well, number one, keep God first. Pray, read your Bible. Block off anything that's gonna cause you to sin. Music, cut it off. I'm the type of person. It's hard for me to cut off some music, like Lil Jon, Jeezy, man. I still be, hey, it be the club music. Like I don't go to the club, but it be the music that be getting me, and I just have to lock in sometimes. Like I don't even be living life like they do, like they do in the songs I listen to. I just be listening to it, and I have to catch myself and be like, I shouldn't be listening to this. Why am I singing about? Why am I listening to a song about a dude having 3, 4, 5 girls in the room? And I gotta do better. I gotta do better. You have to hold yourself to a higher standard. You have to put yourself in a position to succeed, and you have to take it day by day. I understand the world is not what it used to be, and social media, like I said, is a big influence on that, especially on young men and women. So a lot of men, you know, they be flexing on the ground, like posting money, guns, and all that foolishness. Ain't not living like that, and some people and some women like that. So from a guy's standpoint, like me, I'm a good guy. So if I see a bunch of women going like that, it's like, well, dang, maybe I should start doing it. Maybe I'll find me somebody, right? But at the end of the day, that's not what God wants for me. That's not what I want. Because you can't lose yourself trying to please the world. I'm going to say this again. Do not lose yourself trying to please the world. Because when God comes back, he's not going to be pleased with what you're doing. Like, why are you trying to please everybody in the world? What can they do for you? I'm waiting on the answer. What can they do for you? When in reality, you need to be living for God. Now, some people who live that life, they are slowly transitioning their lives to God. And as a person, as a child of God, you need to be able to help them. So living out your faith in the secular world, you have to let your faith be as loud as you were when you were sinning. So just like how I used to be posting videos in the club or you know with different females, and I've done that. I've done the hanging with multiple females thing just to get the cool look. In the club jamming, listening to music that I really don't listen to for real. I just had to remember that I'm not living I'm not living for the world. I'm living for God. And just how I was loud with the sin that I was doing, I had to be louder with my faith. And I feel like my faith is way louder than the sin that I was doing. So just keep your faith a priority, man. The world would definitely have you thinking you nothing. And in reality, you everything, especially in God's eyes. So that's how you do that. Appreciate that question. Had me thinking about some stuff. I have to do some research on that. Let's see. Looking for another question. Ooh, this is a good question. How do I honor God in my career? How do you honor God? Well, number one, don't be selling your soul. Don't be doing nothing that's gonna have you what's the word I'm looking for? Don't have yourself doing anything that is not of God's will. So when it comes to honoring God in your career, there are plenty of careers out here where you can still make money and live out the will of God. For an example, I'm one of my jobs. I'm a teacher. As a teacher, I'm helping the youth. I also spread the word of God to them. They listen to my podcast. I tell them different things in life. I give them good advice. Like, let me see. For an example, dating. I give good advice for dating. Number one, don't have sex. Trust me, I've done it before. Don't do it. Ain't nothing good about it. It might be good, but everything good for you is not meant for you. Wait till marriage. And as my job, as a teacher, it's not just to teach them about school, it's just teach them about life, teach them how to get to heaven. And I feel like I'm able to honor God in my career that way. Also, overnight, I work at a hospital. I help a lot of people. And I feel like just by being nice and being myself and just talking to them, I'm, I'm honoring God because I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing. Like, I'm very happy at work. And whether they believe in God or not, working at the hospital, I still do my best to treat them the same way. I don't treat nobody no different. I give them the same love and care that I would give anybody. Especially me working in mental health. That's one of the main things. Like I, I'm always I'm always moving with love. So I'm a love first type of person. And that's it really. Just have love in your heart. And have good intention. Like don't do things just because of a reward. Do it because you want to. Don't do it because you're gonna get a reward or get recognition. Because in life, like I don't want to be, I just want God to look at me and be like, "Well done." That's honestly what I want out of life. Mm, let me see. Ooh, this is a. You know what? I've never answered this question. Can Christians date non-believers? I'm gonna say no. The reason why I say that is because it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm not saying people can change, but I don't think Christians and non-believers can date because as a Christian, I want somebody I can go to church with. If you date a non-believer who don't believe in that, you're going to church by yourself. I could stay single for that. Why am I dating somebody that I can't bring to church? That I want to go home and talk to you about God, and you be like, I don't want to hear that nonsense. Now you're disrespecting God. Now we got a problem, and that's not gonna work. And the Bible tells you have to be equally yoked. One person can't be yoked and the other person not yoked. It's like a, it's like, that's a good example. Honestly, man, it's like bread and butter. Let's make some toast. Bread and butter works good together, right? And in order for you to make toast, both have to work together. They both believe in the same thing. Getting put in this oven, making some toast, and getting ate, right? And in order for that to happen, you have to work together. You all have to believe in the same goal. Bread and butter put together. That's a terrible example. Hey, I don't know what I'm thinking. That was a terrible example. But what I'm trying to say is no, I don't. I don't think Christians can date non-believers just because of the simple fact of different beliefs. And there's gonna be a point in time where you really want to be with somebody that's gonna be able to pray for you and be there for you. And if that person can't, then why are y'all together? Looks fade, people change. So why are you really that person? Right? Like, is it lust? Is it what is it? You can love somebody and you're still not meant to be with them, right? The Bible tells you that the heart is deceiving. Number one, remember that the heart can be deceiving. I've been put in multiple positions. Actually, matter of fact, before I get to that, I didn't date somebody that was a non-believer, but I dated somebody that was a different denomination, and that didn't work out. That was tough. We believed in two different things. I believe in tithing my 10% with money. They believe in 10% something else. That was different. They go to church on different days than I do. I think they went to church on Saturdays. I go on Sundays. It's different. So dating a non-believer is definitely a challenge. Just say pray about it because you never know. Some people, God might put you in their life to bring them closer. You know, introduce them to God and let them build a relationship with God as well. So my my opinion, I'm gonna say no, but also I'm gonna say pray about it. It's all about what God wants for you. To be honest with you. Well, what's this question? What does a Christ-centered relationship look like? I cannot answer that. Out of all my relationships, I don't think I've ever. Have I ever? I mean, I don't really think I ever had a crisis in a relationship. Like, I always ask for that, but does it happen? No, because people say that just to get their foot in the door, especially like people who are Christians. They'd be like, oh, well, I want God to be first. I want to keep God in a relationship. And as a Christian, when you hear that, you be like, oh, well, that's something I've always wanted. And not saying that every person who said that is lying, but and I'm not projecting my past or anything or nobody, but I honestly can't tell you what a Christ in a relationship looks like. I can tell you it what it could look like, but as a person who never experienced it, I don't want to put the wrong advice or the wrong. I don't want to create the wrong image. To be honest with you, I don't want to do that. Let me see. We got time for a lot of questions. Honestly, let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Can Christians listen to secular music or watch certain movies? That's funny because I just went. All right, that's funny. All right. So, can Christians listen to secular music? Not all secular music is bad for you. Honestly, like it's not bad. Like just because it's not gospel doesn't mean it's not good. Like it's some art. Like it's some music out there. Like John Legend, he got some good music. You have who else? I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, but I feel like as long as it's not provoke. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. You can listen to some songs, some artists. Like I said, not all music is rap or it's talking about drugs, women, sex, all that. Some music is actually good music. Like sometimes I listen to like 70s or 80s songs. Like it's weird. It's certain songs. I can't think of the songs off the top of my head or the artists off the top of my head, but for that I would say I'm gonna say yes or no. You have to be wise with what you listen to. I'm not saying listen to all secular music. I am not saying that. Please don't interpret that. But I'm saying is if a song is not gospel, you can listen to country music. I think I've never listened to country. I don't know, what country music about, but I'm pretty sure it's not nothing bad because you have to be careful what goes into your ear gates and what are you hearing. I'm gonna leave it at that with secular music. Can Christians watch certain movies? Christians should not be watching scary movies. And I be watching scary movies. I gotta do better. Listen, we working together. We're a team here. Nah, yeah, I don't think scary movies should be one because demons and demons travel through movies. It's a lot. Like I think the last movie I watched was some movie on Netflix. What was it called? It was called the I don't know, but it was scary. It was scary. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. I'm finna find this movie because I watched it and I was like, "What?" I couldn't even believe I sat there and watched that whole movie. That movie was scary, and I don't even say if movies are scary, but that was scary. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? Y'all give me a second. I'm on Netflix looking for it right now. Let me see. Um, while I find it, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all living life? Y'all living like Larry? I hope life is treating good. Hope y'all praying, reading y'all Bible. Hope y'all keeping God first. Let me see. What is it called? It is called. Was it a Tyler Perry movie? I'm trying to remember. Um, it was a scary movie. What is it called? I'm really trying to find this movie because please don't watch it. It might be too late, and if you watched it, don't watch it again because I'm not watching it again. I only watched it because I was watching it like 6 other people, and I shouldn't have been watching that. I should have just put on SpongeBob and went to sleep or something. I'm devoted. I'm trying to find this, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to find this before this episode is over. So bear with me. But another thing I want to talk about is actually I want to talk about. I just want to ask y'all like, what do y'all do for fun as Christians? I know for me, I like to go bowling. I don't skate, so please don't ask me to go skate. I go to the movies. Big Marvel fan. I recently just seen Captain America: Brave New World. And I couldn't really get into the movie, but the end of the movie was pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just a big superhero Marvel fan, so anything Marvel, I'm there. Especially their TV show. You know what? Pause on that. Just found the name of the movie. Deliverance. Don't watch the Deliverance. Hey, if y'all don't listen to nothing else I say, please do not listen to Please do not watch the Deliverance. That was one of the most demonic. I can't even describe. I don't even want to think about it. That movie was something else. Even though, ain't no even though. Please don't watch that movie. Please don't. That movie was something else. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like that. Ever. So while I'm looking for our last question, because I have a lot of questions here, I'm just trying to choose which one I'm gonna put on this episode. I want to go ahead and do a little promo. Shout out to God for blessing me to be able to open up my own merch line. So I'm put the link somewhere, but just I'm pretty sure some of y'all who listen to my episodes got my social media. I'm definitely posting on there. Go ahead, tap in. Like the page, buy a shirt, model for me. I'll post on the page. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. To anybody listening to my episode, if you buy a shirt, wear it, take a selfie in it, I will personally put you on the website. I will put you on the website. I will post you on my page. Yeah, that's cool with y'all. I'm cool with it. Just trying to spread the word, man. Spread the word. We out here doing the bid this year. We ain't doing nothing little. So for the last question, how do you balance work, faith, and personal life? Well, I'm still currently working on that, to be honest with you. And again, thank y'all for the questions. If y'all ever have any questions y'all want me to answer or talk about on the podcast, you can DM me, text me, email me, or water in the bottle in the water for me. You can tape it to a bird. You can throw it at my head. Send me a letter. P.O. Box 441. I'm just playing. I don't got no P.O. Box. Yeah, but y'all can just send me the questions. I'm cool answering them all on the podcast. So how do I balance work, faith, and personal life? Well, I work a lot, but I feel like whenever in my spare time, I read my Bible and I pray. I pray a lot. I pray to work, pray from work, pray at work, pray before work, pray after work, pray in the shower, pray out the shower, pray before I eat, pray before I sleep. I pray a lot. Pray a lot. Sometimes these smaller prayers, like God, remove this anger from my body because people be stressing me out, especially at work. They be trying me. And listen, my mouth used to be smart. I used to be talking crazy, and I pray that God keeps me in line so I can stop being like that. I don't cuss. I don't cuss. But I will say some crazy stuff like, hey, step outside. And that's not good. That's not very Christian. We working on it, y'all. We working on it. So that's really how I incorporate faith. Like I try to keep God first. So I read my Bible at work, read it at home. I read it whenever I get a chance, read it on break. I have the Bible app, or you can just use your regular Bible. Like I like the Bible app because I'm able to take it and read it anywhere. Like my faith is important. So no matter if I'm at work, like I say in the car, I'm praying, I'm reading my Bible, I'm doing. God is still first, no matter where I'm at. Whether I'm at work, home, vacation, anywhere. All right. So work, how do I balance work? My schedule is hectic. Is very busy. So I'm working on clearing my schedule so I have more time to do my podcast and read my Bible and just able to do more faith wise, if that makes sense. Because even though I love doing my podcast, I work so much I don't have time for it. And that's why a lot of times I come out with episodes once or twice a month, but I have to make some changes. And that's currently what I'm doing right now. So within the next week or two, episodes will be coming out more than once a week because I will have a lot of free time during the day. Um, my personal life, my personal life really, um, I just I don't know, man. I don't really have much of a personal life. Like if I go out, I usually go out by myself. Vacations, I travel by myself most times or with some friends. What else? Basketball. I mean, I just take 3 or 4 hours out a day. Sometimes on weekends, go hoop. Go to a basketball court. Y'all know, hey, I'm like that for real in basketball. Some of y'all don't know. Used to play pro basketball, still in shape. Phone still ringing, ready for the call to go back and play. So, definitely in the gym. I mean, I put the gym in a personal life. I try to go to the gym, at least 3 4 times a week. So, yeah, it depends. You have to make a schedule. You have to make a schedule. But number one, God come first. So work, personal life, figure out whatever order y'all want to with that. But God is first. So I guess you know what, we're gonna make that the last question for this episode. I just want to say thank y'all again for tapping in with me with the podcast and the merch and just everything. I appreciate y'all a lot. Like y'all more than you know. And I'm definitely gonna be doing bigger and better things as the month and year progresses. But as of right now, like I think my support system is, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I have people DM me like, "Hey, with the next episode dropping, we waiting on it." I'm like, "Oh snap! Let me get to it. I'm working doubles. I'm doing this and doing that." So I definitely know what I need to do, and I'm to the point in life where I'm done doing what other people want me to do. I'm doing what I want to do. So this podcast is what I want to do. I'm 110% committed to it, and we gonna keep it that way. And thank y'all for listening. And like I said before, if you order a shirt, send me a selfie with it. I'm gonna put you on the website, and I'm gonna post you on my page, and that's how we rocking. So again, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, and just continue to keep God first. There's a lot of things going on in this world. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not worried about what Donald Trump is doing. I am not. That man is in his own world. I be minding my business. Whatever he got going on, he can do what he want to do. At the end of the day, God is who I listen to. God is number one. Can't nobody change my mind. So I ain't worried about nothing that goes on in this world. Y'all shouldn't be either. As long as you just keep praying, keeping God first, God got you. Whatever Trump doing in this world, pray that it don't affect you and your family, your loved ones. And let's keep moving on in life. And be safe. If you ever on an airplane, please be safe. It's a lot of airplanes crashing. All I can do is pray. Okay. So if y'all want to do anything, just pray. At this point in life, pray for people, pray for yourself, pray for your family. Just pray. And I think there's something else I want to say. What is it? Trying to think. What is it? I can't think of it right now. But I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Another episode is most definitely on the way very soon. Might be later today. But I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna keep y'all updated because y'all really be supporting me. I appreciate y'all. By the way, if I ain't said it enough. Also, share this episode with your family members, co-workers, um, your side chicks, your side dude. Nah, I'm just playing. But definitely share it with your family, hey, coworkers, neighbor, anybody, honestly. And just spread the word. Be like, hey, you listen to podcasts? I know somebody make a podcast. You might like them. And I don't know. Just start a conversation. Just pass it on. But again, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, y'all take it easy.